If your coach still tells you to chamber your kick before you throw it, he's teaching you 1970s points karate and calling it kickboxing. I'll prove to you in about 90 seconds. Chambering, pulling your knee up high, folding the leg, then snapping it out was invented for a sport where you get points for touching, not for damage. In natural kickboxing, in natural Muay Thai, in anything where the other guy is trying to take your head off, the kick travels in one motion, foot leaves the floor, shin arrives at the target. That's it. There's no pause at the top. There's no cocked position. Watch any Buakau fight. Watch Rico Verve. You will not see a chamber. You will see a leg swinging like a baseball bat. But because that's what a real kick is, a rotational strike, not a piston. The moment you chamber, you telegraph, your opponent sees the knee lift, and by the time your shin gets there, he's already checked it or countered you with a cross down the pipe. Here's the test. Film yourself throwing 10 kicks. If your knee lifts before your foot pivots, you are chambering. If your body rotates and the leg comes along for the ride like a whip, you are kicking two completely different mechanics. One of them is fight. That's myth number 3, and it's the one that costs people the most rounds. Let me back up and give you the other 4 because they work on it. Myth number 1: keep your hands up at all time. Hands up always, no exceptions. Every coach yells it, every beginner knows it's wrong. And it's why your punches have no snap. If your hands leave glued to your temples, your shoulders are permanently loaded, your delts figure in round 2, your punches come out short because there's no room to accelerate. And here's the part nobody says out loud. High level fighters don't keep their hands up all the time. Watch Senchai. His hands are practically at his ribs half the round. Watch Roy Jones. His hands are practically at his ribs half the round. Watch, watch any other fighter. The hands. The real rule is hands up when you are in range. Hands relax when you are not. Distance management does the defending, not your gloves. Your gloves are a last resort. If you are relying on them to hit shots, you have already made 3 mistakes before the punch even landed. Try this next round. Drop when you are outside kicking range. Drop your hands to chest level. Breathe, reset. The second the distance closes, hands come up. You will punch harder. Myth number 2: shin conditioning make you kick harder. Me too. Rolling bottles on your shins, kicking trees, whatever your gym has you doing to condition, it does not make your kicks harder. It makes them hurt less when they land or get checked. Those are 2 completely different things. Power comes from mass moving thoughts, the target. A conditioned shin doesn't add mass, it just adds pain tolerance. You can have shins like Reba and still kick like a middle schooler if your mechanics are broken. Meanwhile, a guy with soft shins and perfect hip rotation will fold you. Condition your shin because you don't want to cry when you check a kick. Don't condition your shin expecting more knockout. Myth number 4: always kick with the top of your foot. Myth 4: kick with the top of your foot, not your shin. You will break it. This one comes from taekwondo and karate crossover coaches, and it gets people hot. If you kick a heavy bag or a human being with the top of your foot, you eventually break a metal slab. These bones are pencils. Your shin is a crowbar. Real kickboxers, real ties. They aim to the middle of the shin, lands on the target. Top of the foot is for point sparring and flashy demos. Every tip, every roundhouse to the body, every low kick that chops a leg out. That's shin bone, bone on flesh. It's supposed to hurt him, not you. If your coach says top of the foot, ask him when the last time he had a fight was. That will usually end the conversation. Myth 5: more rounds equals to better conditioning. Last one: just do more rounds, you get in shape. No, you get in shape for jogging with gloves on. Kickboxing conditioning isn't built by grinding out 10 sloppy rounds or 60%. It's built by short, violent threshold work. 93 rounds where you actually try to kill the bag with full rest between them. That's what teaches your body to recover between exchanges. which is what fighting really demands. Long, slow rounds at half effort each teach you one thing: how to fight at half effort. How to fight at half effort. Then you get in a real spa, adrenaline hits. You gas in 90 seconds and wonder why. It's because you have never trained to the top gear. You train the middle gear for so long your body forgot the top gear exists. Fewer rounds, harder rounds. Look, none of these means your coach is a bad guy. Most of them are repeating what they got taught, and their coach repeated what he got taught, and somewhere down the line, it was probably right for completely different sports in a completely different era. But kickboxing evolved. The information is out there. You just have to be willing to look at your training and ask if it actually holds up. Chamber the kick? No. Hands glued up? No. Condition equals power? No. Foot instead of shin? No. More rounds equals better? No. Fix these things and you'll be sharper in a month than you have been in a year. Go train.